Are we clapping?
Clapping. Yes, please clap. Please clap.
Please clap.
Exactly. All right. Since the 19th century, men have donned their respective colors with blades on their feet and sticks in hand with one goal in mind: to win the game of hockey. The sport is so nationally important, some actually decided that it could have been the turning point of the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States. I'm talking about this sport today because, like many Americans, I don't think it's as valued because it does have national ties, and I think it's far more important. It has ties with Canada, Russia, and Europe. I believe it's very important, and I felt like giving an informative speech about this topic specifically. So, before I go any further, I do want to talk about my research, and I did look up through various sources through the Society of International Hockey Research, newtohockey.com, thehockeywriters.com, and also history.com. Also, my basic general knowledge of the sport was able to help me through this informative speech. We'll be talking today about not only the history of the sport, but the equipment that is necessary to play, and also the basic rules and structure of hockey itself at the NHL level. First, beginning with history, it's actually unknown where the sport was originated from, but it was modernized and organized by James Creighton, who is from Montreal, Canada, back in 1875. He began the first sport. There was 9 players to each and every side, and also it was written on a single sheet of paper for its full list of rules, which was rather unique and silly. Back in 1893 is when the sport became really revolutionary or more modernized. During the Montreal Winter Carnival Festival in 1893, Sir Frederick Arthur Stanley watched the championship round between Toronto and Montreal and various teams and sports within the two cities, and was confused as to why there wasn't a championship trophy or any award for the victors. So we went out and actually donated a silver bowl to the championship athletes, and from whence known, it was called the Stanley Cup, which we appreciate today. Switching gears a little bit now, it's going to be to the equipment. In fact, the first game wasn't even played with a vulcanized rubber puck that we all know about. Instead, it was a circular piece of wood, which is rather strange to me. You also know about most of the hockey gear when you watch games. They have skates, they have shin protectors, they have chest protection, arm protection, gloves, and sticks. And I purposely kept off helmets and masks because they weren't actually played for or played with for a long period of time. It started in 1959 was when the first goaltender actually wore a hockey mask. That's 84 years of playing hockey without any protective gear on the face because it was such a structured game based on masculinity that wearing protective gear was actually looked at as a sign of weakness. Jacques Plante was the first goaltender to wear a mask. It was after he took yet another puck to the face, went into the dressing room, came back out, and started to don it. He was mocked for this, and he had this in response to players because he said he was done not playing without a helmet. I already had 4 broken noses, 2 broken cheekbones, a broken jaw, and nearly 200 stitches to the face. At this point, I didn't care how the mask looked. I think that's rather important to how the safety of the game is now transitioned into a modern version of where we're at now with safety being so important with CTE and football and hockey and soccer even as well. Now, the rules of the sport are very interesting. I wanted to start off with the actual size of a hockey rink. Actually 200 feet long and 85 foot wide. One of the most unique parts to a hockey rink is actually this is not the end of play right here on the goal lines like you would see with soccer or basketball where the hoops or the nets are structured. It's actually 11 extra feet on sides for extra levels of play from side to side. That means you're able to skate and travel behind the net for unique scoring opportunities you wouldn't see in soccer or hockey. Another interesting part is offsides. In soccer, you can't go any further than the last defender, but in this game, you can, in fact, go across, but you can't travel past the blue lines here until the puck has crossed the other side of the line. So you can't sit back here and acquire the puck until the line has been crossed by the puck itself. Offsides is also unique because there is a icing call which occurs with the red line here, the middle. You can't be in your defensive zone trying to defend from being scored upon, and you can't, once you acquire the puck, just throw it all the way across the ice because you're tired and you want to get off of the ice. And you want your teammates to come on. Instead, you have to get the puck through passing or skating or dodging opponents, and then throw it across the line here all the way to the other side. Now, I understand this isn't the most exciting speech. I understand it's more informative than it is riling you up about the sport of hockey itself. But I did so to, once the playoffs come on here in a few months is when the Stanley Cup playoffs will begin. You'll start to be able to learn a little bit more about the structure of the game, about understanding it. So when you watch it, you'll be able to see all of the excitement, and you'll already know all of the rules. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Clap again, yeah.